AMD stock reports earnings on Tuesday after the market closes. And on today's episode, I want to take a closer look at the most important things that all AMD stock investors should know. So let's take a closer look in today's episode.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
AMD on Friday closed about 6.1% down. Now, there were some rumors, and we're going to take a closer look at that rumors in a bit, but I want to kind of do a full kind of 101 of what we should know before earnings. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jose Najarro, and I am a semiconductor and AI stock investor. I have a master's degree in electrical engineering, and in this channel, you're going to get the best and the best news following this industry. Now, the first thing is, what is AMD going to give us in numbers, and what is the market expecting? Now, if we kind of go back in time, in their last quarter, AMD reported about $9.6 billion in revenue for guidance, plus or minus $300 million. Now analysts are actually expecting pretty much on par of that, right? Analyst expectations for this quarter is expected to be roughly $9.7 billion, with about $1.32 on basic earnings per share. So analysts are pretty much projecting the midpoint of what AMD gave us. What do we pay these analysts for, right? If they're just giving us the same numbers that the company guided for. Now, I personally believe we're going to get closer to $10 billion because we have seen some strong demand or some decent demand for the MI350, right, which is the one that's shipping right now. We've also seen some massive demand for server CPUs, which I do believe, and it does seem like the consumer, at least for this past quarter that we're just reporting in, did have some strength. I mean, we saw it with Apple and iPhones. So I think we're going to get closer to about a $10 billion in revenue. Now, if we don't get there, that's okay. That's just what I'm projecting. I'm a long-term investor for AMD. And in this quarter, right, let me just kind of give what I want. I just want to hear that everything's moving in the right direction, that the numbers are seeing some growth. If the market sells off, that's okay, as long as the story for the MI450 is still intact, the story of strong kind of customer for the rack scale solution is still intact. As long as I don't hear anything that breaks my thesis, I honestly wouldn't care if we see a sell-off, right? Obviously, it would suck and hurt the portfolio, but I'm a long-term investor, and if the quarter doesn't give me anything that changes the thesis, then the price reaction is just it's ignored, right? Obviously, if it goes up, I'll be extremely happy, but I'm looking for that long-term thesis because I've mentioned it in previous episodes, right? For me, AMD in the next 2 to 4 years is going to be a $1 trillion market cap if the AMD MI450 and the MI500 are continuing to innovate and see some growth in that department. Now, the other thing that's crucial is guidance, right? Guidance now for the upcoming quarter. Analysts are expecting AMD to guide somewhere around $9.3, $9.4 billion. If we are seeing strong demand for the CPU, if AMD is actually doing really well with that supply chain, I can honestly see them beating expectations. Now, with the strength of the MI350, there's even the possibility of this kind of even being a sequential growth. For me, AMD's AI story begins when there's no more kind of cyclicality look behind it, where it starts to just ramp up quarter after quarter after quarter. And if March of 2026, we get a guidance higher than current revenue that they report, I do believe that AI story for AMD will be beginning. So these are the numbers, expectations, and if you want to get these charts, make sure to check out fiscal.ai/Jose to get 15% off. This is a platform I use on a daily basis when getting all the information that I need on the financials. Now, now let's look at questions, right? We talked about guidance. We see what the market is expecting. We see what analysts, what AMD guided for, and what are my thoughts and what would be kind of what am I really looking for, right? I'm not much of the price target action, but more looking at the thesis building. Now, I want to move on to some recent news. Now, on Friday, we saw reports that AMD is facing delays on the MI450. This is going to be a crucial question that analysts are going to be hounding. And if AMD does not give us a concrete answer, this could be a sell-off in the short term. It could obviously hurt the stock dramatically, as the MI450 is that massive growth opportunity, and that's the one investors have been extremely bullish in. For example, myself, I know that AMD had the MI300, the MI325, the MI350. Well, all those have been somewhat of a chip development progress and a good kind of roadmap to it. The MI450 has been the true bullish thesis in the AI GPU race. And that needs to show that there is no delay. Now, this is the Helios when AMD is kind of going with the full rack solution. And the closest answer we have was about 3 weeks ago on CES 2026. Lisa Su actually said, when we launch Helios later this year, and I'm happy to say Helios is exactly on track to launch later this year. We expect it will set the new benchmark for AI performance. So Lisa Su, who I personally have listened to various years, right? I've been an AMD investor since 2017, 2018, right? So almost a decade. Lisa Su is one that has been extremely conservative of what she says and how she says it. And for her to say that's exactly on track to launch later this year, that gives me that there's not really much of the delay. If there is a delay, it may be a few weeks, but I don't think that's going to be a hurtful or painful thing, as we see from all the other players, right, that they are investing dramatically in AI infrastructure. We kind of got some good news from Meta Platforms that they are looking at the AMD chips for their solutions as well. So indications and what she has told us, I'm not too worried about the AMD MI450 delays. If it is, I don't think it's going to be by much. Now, the next question AMD investors are going to want to hear is more information about China, right? Everything about China, obviously, we hear about NVIDIA with the H200. And that's because NVIDIA is the biggest company in the world, right? In the public world right now. So whenever we hear about anything, it's most likely going to be with the H200. But anything that relates to the H200 in China is also directed to AMD's MI325. So would love to hear, are they getting orders from the MI325? I've talked about it in other episodes where I believe the demand from China is so great because they want to hoard up AI chips that there could be strong demand for the MI325. Now, company and management is always extremely conservative. So personally, Lisa Su will kind of give us no guidance with China, which I think is the correct thing to do, but they should give us some color, some commentary to understand how this market is going. So that is going to be a key point of discussion. I'm hoping analysts kind of try to get some more information on that. Now, the third thing, and this is something that's impacting a lot of consumer-based technologies. Now, AMD has a lot of consumer-based products, from their CPUs to GPUs, and then their embedded products, which are usually also in certain consumer spaces. Now, the recent pricing in memory has created a bit of a headwind in the consumer space. We hear from Intel, right? Intel mentioned that the increase in prices here are making them not do too much in the consumer market and mainly focus instead in the server market. Now, would love to hear from Lisa Su. How is this impacting maybe margins? Because remember, DRAM and memory prices is not just in the consumer space, but it's also in the server space. The HBM goes in the AI accelerators. How have the recent prices changed any impact or guidance for the company? Now, this seems historically is a very short-lived kind of cycle for the memory, but the way these memory companies are talking about, they're sold out for 2026, they're getting contracts for 2027. It does seem like maybe not the peak prices will be there, but at least elevated prices compared to normal will continue to last for this overall industry. So I want to see how the consumer is dealing with this, how AMD is dealing it within the consumer side and the kind of server side. Now, the final thing that I think all AMD investors should want to find out during the upcoming earnings is, did Intel mention in their most recent earnings that they have a CPU supply shortage? Now, AMD has a great partnership, a very great partnership with TSMC. Did AMD make sure to have plenty of supply for the CPU market? I mean, historically, during their financial Q&A event, they did mention that the CPU market is expected to grow due to the demand of AI solutions. Now, did AMD follow its guidance and make sure to have plenty and plenty of supply. If they did, they are going to be able to take even faster market share for Intel, who is in a shortage in the CPU race. So if AMD did amazing. I think AMD would get extreme brownie points for management if they were able to do amazing with supply and will be able to support the overall market as maybe people even transition from Intel to AMD. So those are the major things that AMD investors should kind of understand and try to pay a closer attention to during the earnings. The MI450, any delays, the Chinese market, the memory markets, and the CPU shortage that Intel supported. Now, if you want to learn more about the AI and semiconductor market, make sure to check my community out at whatthechiphappened.com. If you use code 2026, you get 33% off the annual subscription. In the past few hours, I've done a deep dive on Meta, on Microsoft, showcasing why I believe Microsoft is a kind of a buying opportunity for me right now. And I've done a lot of deep research on other AI and semiconductor companies. So make sure to check it out at whatthechiphappened.com. Now take care, have a good day, and see you all next time.